remaining relatively the same. The specs alone were not enough to increase the amount of sales of the digital cameras. So for months, I don't know, about a year, digital cameras just existed in abundance at places like Best Buy, other major electronic retailers around the United States, with nobody really upgrading, nobody really buying them, failing to understand what the big difference was between, like say 6 months before and the one at present, right? With say things like digital SLR, optical lenses coming into play not long afterward. Well, the point is I came up with the idea of Google Street View, or the idea of this is a Dollar Tree in Minneapolis, right? So that on Google Maps, MapQuest preceding it, Yahoo Maps, any of the major map places, that a large group of contract photographers could exist to submit this information to the map companies, and then they could incorporate it for an outside view and for like a one-time like inside view, with store managers or store owners having the opportunity to occasionally say update the inside of the stores, so that they could also offer things like items for ordering for pick. You could order online or order through the map system for pickup or for delivery, with the opportunity to to having aisles have something that all kind of stores seem to have that in common, where there could be some kind of very, very simple type of interface where if you click on something on one of these aisles, it just automatically takes you to that. What I was saying was, if you clicked on anything on one of the aisles, done maybe initially by one of the contractors or later updated regularly by a store manager, that it would take you perhaps to that store's domain name, to the category that aisle represented, which would allow them to put things into a shopping cart, check out, and from there select for pickup or delivery, or like I said, like a template-like system existing for the mapping companies to work with, so they could actually physically click on the things on the shelf. It's in like say image map type of fashion, right? Something pre-existing with HTML4. Well, the long story short, so as to offer the opportunity for the digital camera to continue to exist, because such things as product demonstrations, like video demonstrations of products on the shelves by sales reps and so on, also alludes towards that higher resolution type of advantage that the reason for that I'm recording this video has to do with how webcams, for example, may exist on eBay from China, going from like $2 to $3 a piece in abundance, and how, like, say, the equivalent might sell at retail stores for prices much higher. But the point that I'm getting at is that China is not been exploiting the reality of the actual fair value price of the things that they sell in there, where something going for $2 or $3 regularly might be better sold for $3 or $30. The point that I'm making, though, has to do with for the cameras that may sell for $2 or $3 each, that it would be best if those were ones that were standard resolution, are below 1024 by 768, but are like 800 by 600, with a high enough frame rate. Those can go for under $5, while anything that is over that, the 25 or so, is something more or less mandatory, right? To get people to understand that there's a significant difference between standard definition and then high definition, that plasma TV and DVD, and CRT TV and VHS. Digital SLR optical attachments versus without YouTube, Roku, with Snoop Dogg, I think, having the best example of what I'm getting at with his humorous commentary on National Geographic channel, say, documentaries. The reason this video started out front of a laundromat is the moment I walked in to begin to record it, I was kicked out. Then one person, then another person, then another person, then another person, 4 people within just seconds on my toes. Then, more coming from behind, in front, and from the sides that we're looking at, 111, a delay of about 2, 1-1, then a delay of about 2 to 4, 1-1, where the 2 to 4 interval, 4-second interval is a guess an anger or rage interval that. So basically, Google Street View was an idea that I came up with. I don't know, back in probably 02 or 03. It was during the when digital cameras were first coming out. I guess there reached a time, I think it was in 03, where at Best Buy, the quality was just good enough for digital cameras that they existed in abundance on the shelves, but nobody was buying them. The quality was just good enough that there was a bunch of them. People had just bought them recently, and even though they kept increasing them on a daily basis, they kept increasing the price on a daily basis, or price and quality on a daily basis. Even though they kept increasing the quality on a daily basis, the price, remaining relatively the same. The specs alone were not enough to increase the amount of sales of the digital cameras. So for months, I don't know, about a year, digital cameras just existed in abundance at places like Best Buy, other major electronic retailers around